Hello, it is topical Tuesday, January 26th, 2021. And if you're paying any attention to what's going on in the United States of America with the changing of the guard, a new president coming in just a little less than a week ago, and immediately just starting to enact all kinds of stuff, doing anything he wants to do with as his predecessor, mentor, Obama used to say, with a stroke of the pen, with the pen and the phone, I can do anything or whatever. See, basically, what this signals is that for over 20 years now, we've had presidents that are just completely inept with getting Congress to do anything, right? So they try, but nothing major has gotten done. Even when the presidents apparently seem to or should have like the Congress on their side, their party has like a majority in the Congress, but still, Obama barely got anything done when he had the Democrats behind him because the parties are more complex than just two parties. There's all kinds of subgroups in the parties with all different wishes, and of course, all the politicians have their donors and their special interests. That's how they really vote, and that conflicts. Everybody's got different ideas. So really, Obama, after a while, if you remember, he got frustrated and just said, look, if Congress isn't going to do anything, I got a phone and a pen. And he started doing some executive orders, DACA, and all these kind of major things just done without legislation. Just, the president feels like doing it. He'll create a law, even though, of course, that's not the president's role. It's supposed to be not the president's role, at least here in the U.S., the way things are supposed to work. Then Trump came in and, well, Trump, he put himself in a corner to begin with by pissing off all kinds of people in his own party, the party he hijacked, the Republican Party, before he even came in. And they started sabotaging anything he wanted to do. Plus, the establishment Republicans never could stand him, still can't stand him. They know he's not really a Republican. So Paul Ryan and Mitch McConnell being the head of the House, the Senate, even though they were Republicans in name, the majorities were supposedly Republicans, but those two leaders, the House and the Senate, huge anti-Trumpers, and they wanted to stop everything he could do. So eventually Trump just said, what the heck? Executive order, executive order, executive order. And instead of even appointing appointees to positions to get Senate approval, he said, screw it. I'll just appoint an acting director of such and whatever. So, and now you see Biden doing the same thing. Or, of course, everyone knows. I mean, I don't think there's anyone with a tenth of a brain that even thinks Biden is actually running anything. But whoever's running the things, Obama or whoever else is pulling all the strings on this guy, not messing around. He's not, Trump, you remember he took or I don't think he was there, but he had the Republicans show up and go bowling. Oh, let's, build the caucus and all this. He tried. But then, McCain does thumbs down on the Obamacare, this and that. Whatever, he can't get the wall bill. He can't get it. He had to wingle-wangle everything, right? Well, Biden just, whoever's handling him, he just comes in and goes, screw this. We're not even going to attempt to work with Congress. We're not going to negotiate anything. We're not going to go back and forth and compromise and give and take and whatever. We're just going to come in and bang out dozens of executive orders. I want to do this. I say that. I say this. I say this. It reminds me of how a lot of entrepreneurs start our businesses. And I have started dozens and dozens of businesses. Many of them it's not a real word, but we call a solopreneur. On your own, starting a business. You do everything. Whatever you say goes. That's kind of how Biden or whoever is handling him, pulling the strings, has him acting in the office where there's no, I'm sending a bill to Congress and they're going to have a committee and hearings and they're going to negotiate and they're going to debate. And what? No. I'm ripping out this. I'm adding this. I'm taking this away. I'm putting this in. But at some point, every solopreneur that successfully grows a business starts to employ people, starts to bring on team members, starts to understand you just can't operate that way anymore. Now it pays to listen and to ask questions and to see how people feel. Also, when you start getting customers or patients, clients, members, whatever they are in your business, you start to want to listen to the patients, to the clients, to the customers, not just say, this is the way it is, my way or the highway, that's the rule, that's the way it is. So we'll see as this Biden presidency progresses for however long Obama, whoever allows him to stay in office there, let's see if after this initial flurry of this solopreneur-like activity of my way, the highway, I'm the dictating autocrat, authoritarian, fascist, whatever I say goes, that's it. I have a feeling he's going to kind of take a step out of that mode and attempt, we'll see. I mean, he was a member of the Congress and the Senate for decades. You'd think he'd have some respect for him and say, let's let him try and come up with something, have a hearing, have a committee, put some legislation out, have some debate, give and take. We'll see. Same thing in your business. You decide. How long, if you start just on your own, where everything you say goes, how long do you want to stay that way? Or do you want to evolve into someone who listens and gives once in a while and does things not the way you'd specifically absolutely like them done? You give some free rein and some respect to your employees to do some things their way and to come to you with ideas and to be open to them and welcome and say, yeah, maybe, the way I was saying to do it, yeah, well, let's give it a shot your way, because maybe you want to keep people for a while and you want to grow your business and you want to keep your customers, your employees, you want to keep them happy. Doing it this executive action, executive order, stroke of the pen thing, my opinion, not the best way to run a business long term or a government or anything, but we'll see what happens. Is it going to be 4 months or 4 weeks or for, a year or 2 years, however long they let Biden sit in? There's going to be an entire presidency of just these kind of whatever I say goes and nothing else gets done. We'll see. And some businesses operate like that forever, where the founder holds a tight rein on the business, so it really never grows to its potential. They never start a second location, a third location. When the owner dies, no one's taking it over. They don't pass it on. That's the way a lot of businesses go, like the start of this Biden era of the presidency. You decide. Is that how you want to run things? Do you want to evolve into a better leader of a business? We'll see what happens. You'll see what happens in your business, and we'll all see what happens tomorrow when I'm going to share a great bit of advice on World Wide Web Wednesday. Hope you'll join me then. Thanks for being here today. Over and out. Bye-bye.